So yeah, I absolutely, I mean, the thing is that first one, it sold out so fast. That was the thing that actually kind of surprised me, that it was like, it was pretty much sold a month ahead of time. So, hey, everybody, it's me and Rob. We are hanging out. We're going to be hanging out here on YouTube Live, just kind of enjoying. He's hanging out in the beautiful Mandala Springs property, and we're going to have actually here in a little bit. Oh my God, he's just enjoying the nice green grass of his home. What is that? There's like an old like song, the green grass of home. See, I've been thinking about Appalachian style, like music lately.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, dude, we're gonna have to have us some of that happening. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the chat real quick. And Rob, what have you been up to lately? Tell us, share what's going
Oh,
on your property. What's happening on Mandala Springs?
so here at Mandala Springs, we are ramping up to build out of our new hydroelectric system. We're going to be creating a nice sauna and spa, a beautiful streamside co-working space. We're going to be building little micro roads that are going to feel more like footpaths
Oh, cool.
through the forest. Yeah, so all of the fundraising and all of the like legal foundation has been put in place to make this happen. So yeah,
That's tough
Mandala Springs.
stuff. That's
Oh
tough
yeah,
stuff to do. I
it's a
mean,
full-time job in
yeah,
and of itself, but it's, when you're doing the things you love for things you
mm,
love,
yeah.
you can work 120 hours a week and not even feel it.
That is a crazy truth, right? It's this thing where it's like, if you're doing stuff you love, and you're you're passionate about what you're doing, it's not, I mean, it's still work, right? At the end of the day, you're exhausted, but there's like this infinite amount of energy inside the next day. It's like, well, let's rock it. Let's change the world again today.
It's funny. It's like when I'm working on the land, like doing all this physical labor in the remediation. I mean, for example,
Yeah.
you can see here, we had this kind of rockiness going down to the stream,
Yeah.
and we raked yesterday all the rocks out in this zone, planted a bunch of grass seed,
Oh,
and covered it in
wow.
straw. So this whole bank going down to the stream is going to be a lounge, like you could just lounge in the sun in the grass. And we got all the roads and everything. I mean, what I've discovered,
Yeah.
especially working on this land, is that there seems to be, for me at least personally, limitless energy. Like I feel like I'm getting fed by the land itself, and
Yes.
no other way to put it, because I can work until it is past dark, doing hard physical labor, barely eat anything, and just be totally jacked
Well, and
on
that's the thing.
on this.
Yeah, I remember when I was there last. I remember you were mentioning, I think all I've had today was some kind of porridge. Now, first of all, folks, I don't use the word porridge very often, let alone eat porridge. But but you were like, I think all I've had to eat today is just some porridge and then maybe some chocolate. And whenever you're eating real, like quality chocolate, it's actually invigorating and good for your heart and great for your life. So, and you happen to have a great supply of chocolate on the property too.
Just so happens that
Yeah.
there's the highest quality, most nutritious chocolate that exists on the planet being made right here.
Oh my God.
And
So yeah, so just to kind of catch everybody up. Hey guys, welcome to the podcast today, and happy Friday to everybody. It's good to see some names popping up here. We're going to be talking today about our upcoming Wim Hof Method workshops, and then we also have an event that we're putting together that we are really, really excited about, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about that. It's an event we're calling it the Convergence, and it's a culmination of a lot of the things that we like and we believe in kind of coming together. It's on this property, and what you're seeing right now, if you're watching, that right there, the last time I was there, we did some ice bathing in there, and this is a natural flowing spring water, and it's the only place I've been to where there's little places around your property, Rob, where you can just drink water like directly from the earth.
Oh yeah, we've got springs tapped all over the place, and we've tapped even more since the last time you were here. So literally, while you're on a
Nice.
hike, you'll see a little pipe coming out of a spring, coming right out of the ground, and you can just fill your water bottle or just drink right from it all day long.
And and the thing that I always talk about, one of the things I firmly believe, and this is for everywhere except for where you are, is that you need to filter your water, right? For most of us, and for myself, where I live, I'm on municipal water, and I invest a deal of money, not a ton, but I do invest enough money so that I know that I'm filtering out all of the chemicals and all of the fluoride and all these things that are in the water that are just kind of like toxins, and that because I don't want my body being the filter.
I mean, look at this right here.
Right. Oh yeah. Look at that.
I mean, that is pure spring water coming out right there, and you could fill up your water bottle. I mean, and that's just one right here in front of me, like right in this spot.
You were able to just walk over to it.
Yeah, I'm just walking through the stream.
And not only is it like deficient in bad things, right? Not only does it not have
deficient
toxin,
in bad things,
right, but it is rife with good things, right? It's got the minerals, it's got all the things that, sadly enough, if you're on municipal water like I am, I have to filter all the bad stuff out, and then I have to supplement with good stuff so that I get the good stuff in my water. And so,
and I think we've riffed on this before. It's like, it's not just what is in your water.
Yeah.
But there's a growing body of science showing that the structure
of
your water, we riffed on it. And it's like, understanding that water is a amorphous crystal.
Yeah.
And that it can be organized in different forms, the same way that we temper a chocolate bar to get it in the right crystalline form so that it's, so that it's solid at room temperature and doesn't melt in your hands and has that snap and crisp. You want to have well-structured water, and there's no more epically structured water than spring water coming right out of the ground in its natural environment, especially in the most ancient mountains in the world. Yeah. I mean, it's like the water has picked its path. It's dialed its path over millions of years. So it's coming out in the optimal way that it can. And I mean, I feel it. It's like, I am the biggest water snob you will ever meet at this point. Like, I try to even take a sip out of water that's not this water, and it just feels dead. And I mean, there's no other way to put it. Like water, other water feels devoid of all the juice of everything that matters.
It's not even juicy. It's the least juiciest.
Yeah.
Water.
So
Simple Jim is wondering what the temperature is out there right now.
So the air temperature or the water temperature?
Well, hey, make a guesstimate, I guess, of both.
So air temperature, it is like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. There's this light breeze. It is quintessential paradise.
Yeah.
The water is sitting at right around 53 degrees Fahrenheit right now.
Nice. Well, and the thing is, we've got a workshop coming up next weekend, and like we were mentioning at the very beginning of this the broadcast, that it filled up really fast, and I think it's just going to be I know it's going to be a fantastic weekend. There's camping available. There is we're going to have I think we're going to do a bonfire. I'm bringing my guitar out. My fingers aren't broken. I have 1 week. I got to go 1 more week without breaking a finger, and then I'll be safe, as long as I got to make it through the week.
Put them in gloves and put the gloves in like cardboard tubes.
I'll get some gauntlets. I go to this. Do you have any gauntlets? I need to protect my fingers. I've got a jam next weekend.
We need the music. We're going to be playing music. We're going to be having fun. We're going to be drumming by the fire.
Yeah.
We're going to be, we're in paradise here. And really excited for the individuals that get to join us. But, you know, I know there was a lot of people out there that were super sad that they
Right.
couldn't make this one. So, you know, me and Jesse and I here, we listened and we rapidly created some new dates in
Yes.
the near future, not
Yes.
only for some more weekend long Wim Hof method madness,
Mm-hmm.
but for something else that we're going to be doing after that, which is going to be really exciting in July.
Yes. Yes. We're and so this weekend we're going to be doing a fundamentals Wim Hof method workshop on Saturday, an advanced Wim Hof method workshop on Sunday, all sorts of cool other things we do on that property. And then let's see, it is May 11th and 12th, I
Yep.
believe. We're going to be doing another one just like that. And like you said, we had a lot of people reach out. Hey, okay, I'm ready to sign up. And where do I sign up? Well, I'm like, and it sucks, right? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. It's already
Sorry,
full.
it's full.
It's already full. And it's one of those things like normally we could probably have more people, but of course during this, you know, during all the things going on, we're trying to keep our numbers a little bit more manageable. But yes, we have new dates now. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. It's not 11th and 12th. It's May 15th and 16th.
Aha, yes.
Sorry about that, guys. If I didn't have this all, okay. So basically you can arrive May 14th that night and camp out that night, wake up the next morning, you know, first morning there, meet people, enjoy. And then we're going to do Wim Hof method fundamentals. So, and you can sign up for both of these, or you can just sign up for one, whatever you want to do. What a lot of people do is they'll sign up for both and then they just do a deep dive that weekend. But we try to keep it open. So just in case, okay, maybe I've never done it before. I don't know if I want to sign up for that second day, which I think you're probably going to want to by the time you're done with the first day. But, you know, maybe I'll just sign up for the first day and then see how it goes. Or maybe it's something where it's like, dude, I've already done fundamentals before, and maybe I'm ready to take that next step. I'll just do Saturday. That's fine. But if you do both days, Friday night, you can do camping. We're gonna kind of just be setting up Friday night, and then Saturday night we're gonna have a cacao ceremony. And so, I mean, last time I was there was the first time I ever had a cacao ceremony, and it just blew me away. Rob is the facilitator, and I'm just saying you're gonna be really blown away by that. And then the next morning, Rob, you're taking people up. What is it called? Craggy Rock?
So Craggy Gardens. Craggy Gardens is, so basically, you know, Mandala Springs, like where we are right here. This stream is all springs fed from this massive bowl, and we're sitting at 3,000 feet in elevation. The top of this bowl is 6,000 feet in elevation, and it happens to be one of the most popular and beloved places on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and it's called Craggy Gardens, and it is a phenomenal spot to go and watch the sunrise in the morning. So we're gonna wake up before the sun. We're gonna get in the back of the truck, and we are going to go up the gravel road, past the waterfalls, through the forest, up to the parkway, and we're going to do a very short hike up to this 360-degree view, and we're going to do some breath work and watch the sunrise.
That is going to be amazing. And the cool thing is you can do all of that and then come back down and have an advanced Wim Hof method workshop experience. So, I mean, there's so much to do.
Exactly.
And now that place that you're taking everybody to up on the top of that mountain, I believe that's the location where you've done one of your videos on your channel, right? Convergence Lifestyle.
Correct. There's, I believe it's my 5-round video. It shows a group of people doing the breath work, sitting on a rock overlooking the sunset, and it's that exact spot that we're going to be going.
Yeah, Moose Man's he made the comment. He made the comment, Rob, please do more videos. And I agree. You know, and I will say the videos that video that you did on with the breath work and the mountains. I mean, those types of videos take a lot of time and editing. And I got to say,
exactly,
it turned out really well.
And the thing is, I've got Mandala Springs, Mandala Chocolate, and then Convergence Lifestyle, and all three I'm working on 2 different breathwork videos right now. So you guys are the first to hear this. Nobody else has heard this.
Sweet.
One of them is getting really close,
Okay.
but you know, it's like I feel like I have to kind of one up myself each time.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I'm having to think outside the box even more and more and more creatively of like how do I make this more engaging, more fun, bring more dynamicism into it?
Yeah.
Uh, not only just with the locations, but in the creation of the music and the utilization of nature. And yeah, it's a lot of fun for me. I'm definitely not a high volume video producer, but I'm more wanting to make sure the ones that I put out there are going to be off the chains.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're producing epic material, and I think it's worth the wait. So I know I always enjoy it whenever you upload a new episode or a new. It's really an experience. I guess we could call it content, but I'm always like, man, you know, okay, now he's. How did he put these things together? I've got a cursory knowledge of how these things work, and I'm like, oh man, this would have been a difficult one to put together. That's really cool. So yeah, so hey, you heard it here, guys. We got 2 more coming. So, but hey, we're gonna be doing those Wim Hof method workshops. So we got a week from today. Is the Friday that I'm going to be in North Carolina, and that's the next time I'm going to be in North Carolina. Guys, if you want to come up to the May event, that's May 15th and 16th, you'll want to go. You do want to go to wimhofmethod.com, and it's under Rob. So Rob's taking care of. I'm taking some time off from doing some ticketing. He's going to take care of all the ticketing on this one. So you want to go to his Wim Hof Method site. Rob, do you have another place where they could go, or is that the best place to send
So
them?
far, that's the best place. We will create more places, but I want to emphasize April sold out so quickly.
Yeah, it sold out fast.
We're already I mean, we only announced this 2 days ago, and we're already selling a bunch of tickets. So you're gonna want to sign up quickly if you want to be a part of the May event.
Yeah.
It's gonna sell out. There's no question. It's just a matter of how quickly that happens.
Yeah. And here's the thing, guys. Me and Rob, we were denied really last year. We were setting up to be able to do a lot of work last year together because we had so much fun working together on that last it was in what was it? It's February of last year.
Yep.
And so we were like, oh man, let's do all these events. Yeah, Rob will be back. And then of course everything happened. So this year, everybody, this is whenever it's like, finally, we get to do this. And so, okay, so next weekend, Wim Hof Method, fundamentals and advanced. And for those of you guys, I know a lot of you guys on this channel are asking about how do I do the brown fat activation technique. That is something that we do cover in the advanced workshop. So a lot of times people ask about that one. That's something that's really difficult to teach. And so that's the reason why we reserve it for the advanced workshop. So we cover that in the advanced workshops. And it's one of those things where that's I get that question a lot. That's where
and it's not something that you can easily and B responsibly share on video to a wider audience. You know, it's something that you really got to do in person one-on-one in order to really make sure people have all the tools they need to be safe and to thrive in their brown fat activation.
Yeah. Even over the years of me teaching it, I've learned how to be safer. If you'd learned it from me early on in my instructional years, I'm sorry, I might have put you in a little bit more danger than what I will put the newer people through, simply because, hey, these are the things you learn over years and years of training people in these techniques. And so that is, for those of you who are interested in it, I get that question a lot. That's whenever we'll be teaching that particular technique. In addition to that, of course, we're going to DMT World in the advanced workshops as well. So if you're looking for those more in-depth things, the things you might have seen maybe on documentaries or things with Wim, some of those things we'll be covering in the advanced workshops. Then, okay, so we've got these 2 Wim Hof Method weekends coming up. Then This is announcing, okay, so this is the first week we're mentioning it public, okay?
Yep.
Then the event that Rob and I are constructing is literally, we're calling it the Convergence. And Rob, and this is a concept that I really liked early on. Rob kind of explained to me, you know, that, of course, he has the Convergence lifestyle. That's the name of his channel. But we've got some basically some guiding philosophies behind this, and when it comes to the Convergence lifestyle, I really loved that. And so it's like, hey, let's make a retreat specifically around this philosophy. Would you go over just a little bit of what that is?
Yeah. So, you know, like what people, you know, if you look in the backlog, especially of my channel, you'll see videos on moving on all fours, you know, quadrupedal movement, on wild plants and the wild spring edibles from last year. You know, how to deal with too much information in your world and be an effective human being. Uh, and how to split your mind and be able to coordinate multiple complex tasks at the same time, and what that looks like. All of these things are in the spirit of what I call convergence.
Mhm.
And the whole premise is that a truly happy, healthy, and high functioning human being exists at the convergence of a multitude of different holistic lifestyle practices. Uh, and what's beautiful is the Wim Hof method is a really fantastic, you know, it's 3 of those practices. It's a really beautiful way to get dialed into the mindfulness, to really get a good foundation in breath work and the cold exposure, which by itself lends itself tremendously to being a happy, healthy, empowered human being. But there are so many facets to the jewel that is a modern embodied primally activated superhuman,
Yeah.
and that is what the goal is really understanding that right now as a society, uh, you know, we're only utilizing the smallest fraction of our potential,
Yes.
as human beings. And what I like to do is I like to look at your savants, even some of your prodigy geniuses in different fields. And the way that I'm looking at it is that if you were to take all of those prodigies and savants and you were to combine all of their skill sets into a single person, I feel like that's only beginning to approach, that's only touching the surface of what we're actually capable of.
Yeah.
So the goal of Convergence Lifestyle and the Convergence, the event that we're inaugurating
Yes.
here in
First
July,
annual. Yes.
uh, is to explore some of that more multifaceted approach of some of the key foundational toolkits that can help someone to really start to unlock a lot more of their innate creative potential capacity, that brilliant, innovative spirit that exists in each one of us, latent and ready to be unleashed.
Yeah.
Uh, so to me, that's the highest work. I mean, it's what drew me to Wim and to
Right.
the method itself, was that I saw the method as being a phenomenal cornerstone in the foundation of this kind of superhuman lifestyle.
Yeah.
But it is just a cornerstone.
There's
Um,
so
there's
much.
there's the
Yeah.
rest of the foundation, and we want to give you some more of those foundation pieces. And that's, you know, I will start doing more videos again that cover more of those different pieces.
Yes. Yes. Because this is one of the things that you and I really
Beyond that,
connected
yeah.
on.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, this is something you and I really connected on. Was all these different facets, all these different disciplines, and all these different things that, you know, a person can spend a lifetime perfecting just one of these. And the thing is, we can also grow exponentially when we really allow ourselves um, to to interact and to challenge ourselves in all these different ways. So we've got the two Wim Hof Method events coming up, and then in July, so we got the two Wim Hof Methods events. Those definitely make sure you can come to one of those. But also in July, it will be the weekend of the 17th and 18th, and so you'll arrive actually the evening of the 16th. That's a Friday, and then there's camping available, a lot of good stuff there. But basically, what we're going to be doing is a lot of different kinds of challenges. Rob is the beautiful thing is in the location. You're going to be able to go out with Rob, and he's going to show you an enormous amount of wild deliciousness, right? Things that you can literally eat, and you will add to your dinners and lunches based off of just foraging on the land. We are going to cover a lot of varying styles of breath work. I'm going to be guiding people through different styles of breath work that can take you very deep and can add an enormous amount of depth to the weekend. Transformative breath work, shamanic styles, some things that maybe you're familiar with, maybe you're not. I think we're going to do some hot and cold exposures. We've got a lot of different ideas. A lot of different things are going to go on. Anything else that I haven't mentioned? What was, I think we're talking about doing primitive sauna, and just really going deep into that heat exposures, meditation. And then here's another thing. I think this is the one thing we sometimes Rob and I, we get excited about the programming, and that's what we do. But I think the other thing is, if you want to be around people who are interested in challenging themselves in what Carl Jung calls individuation, right? Constantly growing, and in with the convergence, it's growing in every direction. It's just seeing how far we can expand and grow ourselves and happiness and health, and in fellowship with other people, which is something we need so bad right now. I know I miss being around a lot of people. So this is something that we're really going to be focusing on at the Convergence. And right now, it's pre-ticketing, right? I don't even think we have tickets available right now. Do we, Rob? I don't think we do.
No, we haven't got it. We haven't even set that up yet.
So we got to get on that, Rob. Okay. So anyway, we are going to get on that. But it will be an entire retreat. It's not just a one-day event. This is going to be 2 nights. So it'll be a Friday evening, a full day on Saturday, a Saturday night, and then a Sunday until probably sometime in the early evening, and then we'll adjourn. So lots of really cool stuff going on around that.
Leave a comment if you're interested in the Convergence, and we will send you a direct link to the sign up as soon as we have it up.
Yeah, definitely. Or you can always get a hold of me at jessecoomer.com. Just send me an email. I'd be happy to relay that as well. Also, let's see. Rob has 3 different websites, I think, right? I know you've got Mandala Springs and then Mandala Chocolate.
And then roblenfestey.com as well.
That's what I thought. So go to any one of those and say, hey, I want to go to the Convergence. Give me more information. We'll make sure that you are the first round of people to get a ticket for this, because it will be limited, like anything has to be right now. But it's going to be something that, the nice thing is, it's going to be perfect weather, and it's in a perfect place for all of this. So we're looking forward to that. So those are some big events that are coming up, and so we're pretty excited about those things. I know that I'm excited to play some music with some just new people, and of course getting to play music with Rob. That's how me and Rob actually got to know each other. Remember that? It was.
I will never forget. Yeah. I will never forget. It was too good.
So we were at the master class back in 2016 in the first Wim Hof method training masterclass ever in the United States. And Rob actually brought his keyboard, which I was like, whoa, okay. You think about things a person might bring, a guitar, a shaker, a harmonica. Rob had his keyboard, and it was perfect because it was like, oh, this is a perfect compliment. I'll play guitar and you play keys. Okay. And it worked really well.
Yes, it did.
And I remember it was just one of those things where I hadn't actually gotten a chance to play in a long time, especially with other people. But man, it felt so good. And I was like, oh, dude, we're just jamming. And I don't remember. Somehow we came up with a set list, and we played every night, and it was awesome. And I'll never forget, we were playing, what was it? It was John Denver, Country Roads.
Yep.
And we forgot the words, and then here comes Dark and Dusty, and it was Wim. He was telling, because I was like, what was the word? Oh yeah, thanks, Wim. Dark. See, I couldn't believe how well he knew that song. So, but hey, I should have known. But yeah.
And we had a lot of, what was fun is we had me and you and Brandon Powell singing, and we had Wim playing guitar and singing and hitting the drum, and we had incredible amount of musical talent in that group, which was great.
And even if you don't play an instrument, you got a voice, probably. At least you can chime in, you can clap your hands with the beat. And that was the thing. That's how people bond. And that's how, that's the thing. That's a very human thing that I think, sadly enough, we've lost. And we've commodified music now to the point where it needs to be something where it's like, well, okay, where are you going with this? But but music's probably one of the most natural things that human beings bond over, right?
Well, music is a foundation stone of human well-being. And some people are like, yeah, I don't have rhythm. I'm like, you know what? Your body right now is your heart is maintaining this constant beat. Your breath is maintaining this constant rhythm. Your body is maintaining this cortisol wave.
That's
you
right.
You have 1,000 different rhythms that you are personally maintaining right now without even having to think about it. So don't even begin to tell me that you don't have rhythm. You just haven't learned at this moment or given yourself the trust to connect it to your conscious expression. That's the only difference. So, and that I've had a lot of success with being able to help people see that they do indeed have rhythm, and that music is a part of their world, whether they've given themselves that opportunity yet or not.
Yeah, I think that's the thing where, and we're in the modern world. We don't have I hear stories. My grandparents, they would say, that the neighborhood would get together on somebody's porch, right? So and so would bring the guitar. So and so would bring, I guess for them it was a fiddle and a harmonica and a piano over at so and so's house, and that would be how people would socialize. And it wasn't like, hey, how good are you, or what genre do you prefer playing? It was like, this is a way that we communicate, right? It's not always with words, it's not always with text and typing and things like that, or video or these things. Man, there's a certain kind, and how it feels. Any musician, if you're a musician, let us know in the comments. But any musician knows that there is this amazing sensation of communication. It's beyond words, really, whenever you're actually just making music together. It's you know what I mean? It's hard to even put it. I mean, we talk about, that really vibed well, or, I really felt that. But I can't count how many times I'll be with people who might even be complete strangers, right? And you and I, we had a cursory knowledge of each other. We had met, but we really were pretty much like, that was about it. We were acquaintances.
Yep.
And then here comes the art, just music, and we were just playing. It wasn't like we were saying, hey, let's let's play a song that I wrote that means so much. It was just music. It was good music, right? It was
we were looking up chords and
yeah,
words to songs everybody knew so that everyone could
we could
sing
sing
along and
along.
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just going through and like, all right, what do we want to play now? And looking it up, and when you have some musicians who have some experience, that you look up some chords, the melodies, and you just go for it, and you
Yeah.
got it, and everybody's singing, and it's great.
Yeah. So now another thing we're doing, not to switch out of this because I could talk about music all day. But another thing we are doing together is this Sunday evening for World Breath Day, for World Breathing Day. I
Yes.
almost forgot about this. I can't believe I almost forgot about this. So, hey guys, on this channel, we're going to be doing a live breathing session, and it's going to be with the two of us. So Rob and I, and then we're going to be accompanied by Chuck McGee, our friend Chuck McGee, actually, who we met also at the master class training under Wim Hof. We're all going to be doing different techniques and all sorts of different stuff. Who knows? And we don't have anything planned, do we, Rob?
But this is what we do.
You don't have to have anything
so it's gonna
planned.
be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much fun.
And that, I think, is how it's going to be best, because one of us will start, and then there'll be a mood that arrives, and then a feeling that continues to go. We're also going to have live music, which I was like, seriously, how is that going to work on Zoom? Because I've never done live music on Zoom. I know, I'm sure you probably have. You ever done live music on Zoom?
Yes.
How does that
I've
work?
done it in ways that makes it work and is successful, and I've also done it in ways that didn't really work. And I've gotten better at figuring out how that works. But yeah, we're going to be accompanied by a handpan player. It's going to be great.
Yeah. So his name is Chris Worden, and he is actually he does a lot of music for Chuck, and so he's like, hey man, he'd love to join in, so let's do it. I'm like, yeah, that sure beats a pre-recorded track or something. And not that anything wrong with the pre-recorded stuff, but I mean, I always go for live if I can. And so the three of us we're going to take turns guiding you through breath work. We're also going to have Q&A and just discussion about the future of breath work, where breath work's going right now. It's one of those things, it's kind of blowing up in the world right now. And we're going to just kind of weigh in, have a roundtable discussion on just like, this is something I'm observing that's happening, and this is something that maybe happened to me, and how my story, how it was affecting me. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We'll take a few questions from the audience. It's just going to be a really good time. And then as a planet, we're going to breathe together, and I think that's something that we need, right? We do need that. We need to just, as a planet, just take a deep breath. Right? Sometimes just imagine if everybody did that right now.
It's incredible how just one single breath, conscious, deep inhale and relax can really, it can change your mood, your awareness, your level of presence. It changes the way that your adrenals are functioning in a given moment. Just one single conscious breath in a given moment, and then turn that into 5 conscious breaths, turn that into 10. It doesn't matter. Even if you forget after the second breath, the more often that you come back to it and you remind yourself, it changes everything. And we can only describe that so much without people just experiencing it. It's starting to rain a little bit here.
I noticed that. Yeah.
You see the little raindrops hitting the water there. It's beautiful.
Some fresh mountain rain. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So also, I had a few comments here. I love Detroit 470. Such people exist on this planet where they treat everybody as a family, one blood, humanity, right? That's exactly right. We're all one big family. And that's actually on this channel. I used to say to go be nice to people, but then I changed it to go be kind after I had a viewer reach out to me and remind me that kind has the same root word as kin. It's the German or Germanic root word for family, is kind, kin, kindness. And I was like, that's exactly how we should treat each other. We're all one big happy family. And we have to, that's how to look at everybody. Paul, he says he's a 2-year Hofer, lifelong drummer from Greece. He says, take it from Michio Kaku. We are made from space music, touching different strings. I love that. Yeah.
Love it. Thank
Michio
you.
Kaku, the astrophysicist, just, I mean, that is so right. And so, yeah, so come breathe with us on Sunday evening. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard, and I think it's 11 p.m. GMT. And so I'm sorry it's a little late over there, but yeah, we can all breathe together, and it's going to be a fun night. And that's one of the things whenever you get, people breathing together, it's just amazing. So we're looking forward to that. But anyway, overall, I mean, we've got a lot of things coming up. This is going to be an amazing summer. This is something that, of course, if you guys, I've already, I think, plugged it probably, but I've got the online, the 6-week breath mastery course. It's starting up April 21st. So go to my website and you can look for courses there. But here's the thing I really want some input now. Okay, you guys, this is about 45 minutes in, or I don't know. Yeah, we've been going for about 45 minutes. And so we've got a few people here. Rob and I are we're making an effort to do some collaboration videos. Okay. So this is something that we're really excited to be able to be together, physically together. And are there any things that you guys would like us to do in a collaboration video? Any topic you'd like us to talk about, any subject matter, any challenge, any kind of a thing? Throw it in the comments or send us a, if you're watching this after it's been recorded, put it in the comments below.
I love that you added challenge into the.
Yes. I mean, it's so fun. Now, if it's going to be standing on your head or like walking on your hands, I mean, it's not really much of a challenge for Rob. Okay. But hey, listen, maybe the challenge is Rob teaches Jesse how to do that, because I've always really wanted to. I've just never really taken the time to train myself how to do, proper hand walking. So I can do the headstand, but the handstand I've never really gotten to. So maybe that's a challenge. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do, or maybe it's just
tell us what you want.
Who knows what we could do. I mean, and the thing is, if you think about the two of us, we've got a pretty broad knowledge of just a bunch of different things. And so, yeah. So if you have any kind of a challenge you'd like us to do, if you have a question or anything you say, hey, this would make a good collaboration video, send it to us, because whenever I get there, Rob, I'm going to leave early Friday morning. It's a long drive. It's a long drive. Now, we've got a guy coming to do videography for us. He's taking a drive that's like twice as long. It's like a 16-hour drive. So bless his heart, as we say in the Midwest, because but he's going to do videography for us. So we will be hands-free, right? Most of the time, whenever I do a video, I have to have a stand and I have to kind of stand there because nobody's doing the videography for me. So we'll have someone to hold the camera for us. So start getting your imagination working, and we're going to try to make the most out of this. Okay. So having said that, again, just kind of to just kind of round off the hour and get us ready for the weekend. We've got 2 Wim Hof Method workshop weekends coming up. One is totally booked up. That's next weekend. But the next one after that, we just opened it up. It was 2 days ago.
Yep.
And so that one is on May 15th and 16th. Tickets are selling pretty fast on that one. So definitely, if you think you might want to be in it, go to wimhofmethod.com and find Rob's page. It's not going to be under mine. Okay. Rob was nice and he said, hey, brother, you've been doing ticketing for a while. Let me take this one. I'm like, thank you. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing also, before you say anything to me or Rob, the currency, if you're in the United States, it will convert to USD, right? Once you go to checkout, it'll be in euros at first on that website, but then it will go to American money after that. So you'll get an idea of what that is. I think basically it's $150 for Saturday and then $175 for Sunday. That Sunday is the advanced workshop. And so you do need to get both those tickets separately if you want to do both nights or both days. But also bring a little extra cash so you can do the camping, or let Rob know ahead of time. You know what, Rob? What is your email address? I'm just going to type that in there if people want to do
So send an email to rob@roblenfestey.com.
Okay, I misspelled his name in a flyer, so I'm extra vigilant now to spell it correctly. So Rob Lenfestey. EY.
Yep.
All right. So if you're interested in doing the camping, also the cacao ceremony and the hike are, I think it's $25 a piece. So there are a little extra. We call them just little add-ons. If you want to do them, great. If not, it's no big deal. It's up to you. It's what we used to read these books when we were kids, the create your own adventure books. And so, remember those? So that's kind of what we call it. It's just create your own adventure. So you get to do whatever. And then Moosemans, he says, I would love a video on other tools to add to breathwork and cold training so we can move into Convergence. Dude, we're going to do that. So that's, and then Paul Barker, he agreed to that. And so now on both of our channels, we have these things already, but I think that would be great for us to do some Convergence focused videos together. So maybe after this, we can start some communications on like some topics we can cover. But yeah, absolutely.
Already got a whole range of fun stuff that we can even just like roll the dice and pick something and it'll be beautiful. So
yeah, some things coming to mind. To mind. But yeah, and then on that Convergence, the Convergence, it literally is the Convergence that will be in July. And just save the dates because it's July 17th, or it's going to be July 16th, 17th, and 18th. So just save those dates. And if you're on my email list, my newsletter, you'll get an email about that. Or if you go to roblenfestey.com, do you have a newsletter that you do?
I do. Yep. There's a newsletter sign up there.
Okay, great. Yeah. So both of those places, you can find out more information on those. So yeah. So here's the thing, guys. And I so much of what we see in the news is negative, and so much of a lot of people are like, man, the world is really going in a bad place. But I see that we got problems, right? But I also see some light growing. I see goodness growing. And I see people taking responsibility for their own health and well-being. I see people spreading kindness. I see a lot of good things. And the thing is, that stuff's not going to be on the news, right? Because it's not going to get the views. It's not going to get the clicks. People aren't angry about people being good to other people. But I see that. And that's something that Rob and I we're absolutely invested in creating that kind of a world. So that is the whole point of all of these events, and the whole point of my YouTube channel and of Rob's YouTube channel and everything that we do. So, so we appreciate you guys
immensely
being here, and so spread the love, spread the news. Anything else we haven't covered today, Rob?
No, I think that, for this moment, this is good. We'll just keep doing this and keep connecting with you. Part of the fun of this is a community.
Yes.
And
that's what
so
it is.
You out there with us right now. Like, we want to hear from you. Like, ask your questions. Tell us what kinds of things you want to see coming from us when we're together.
Yeah.
And we're here to support your journey in making your life more badass every day. I mean,
I love that. Exactly.
that's what it's about. And so please, like, that's why we do this. So we really want to hear from you.
Yeah. And I got to say, there's certain names in the comments that I see pretty regularly. Some of you guys are in my Patreon club. So, and you have the same thing happen. You get comments from the same people, and we start seeing these patterns emerge, and we start to get to say, hey, you know what? This is a community. And the thing is, it's not one person, it's not this other person. It's like, hey, if you see somebody who has potential, which guess what? We all have potential, right?
Ah,
You encourage those people to use that potential. And guess what? The world becomes a better place. That's how it's done, right? And so that's the whole point we're doing. We're trying to inject goodness into the world. So, guys, I want to thank you guys. Paul, good evening in England. Yes. And guys, thanks so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. Go over to Convergence Lifestyle, like and subscribe over there. And Rob, I know you got to get out of here, and I did too. So we're gonna close. But we've got a lot of great events coming up. Stay tuned because it's just about to start really getting hot. All right,
that's
brother.
right.
Thanks so much for being on my channel. It's always good to talk to you, and I look
Yeah,
forward to getting to actually give you a real live bearded hug next
there we
week.
go. The abrazo is coming. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesse. Big love to you. Big love to the community. And just keep in mind, this is only the beginning. It's only going to get more wild and beautiful from here. So
Yeah.
glad to have you on the journey.
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks so much, everybody. Again, please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so.